Good evening from Yabby BTV. Wishing you all well, of course, right? So, I put a video up yesterday on TikTok explaining that my nephew Quincy, his fight with Justo has now been officially cancelled, right? But I forgot to put it on YouTube. See what happens when you get old. But Bouncer, quite eloquently, he's just put. Apparently, someone sent me a video that Bouncer's put up. He explained everything that I skated around in on that video on TikTok. Bouncer says it quite clearly. No, when I was joking about going, Aki, what are we all doing here? That was just jokes because Bouncer says it, Clue says it. Nothing. I wasn't saying it was because of Bouncer and Clue why the fight got cancelled. And Bouncer has quite perfectly explained it. The Trident police, right, phone the promoters, right, and we explained who they are already. And they said the fight can't go ahead in York Hall. Things have come up in the last week on social media that make that venue for that fight, right, with my nephew at risk. And this is what I say, because it's what Justo put an old video up, right? I don't even think I don't think he'd done it thinking that the police were going to get involved. I don't believe that at all. I think he'd done it. This is what happens with online beefs, right? He's just throwing it up there, that old one with Young Spray. Now, I always said to you lot, and everybody does it the way they're doing it. I'm not telling nobody how to do their work on TV and all that. But if you're going to post videos of ex-gangland members, guns alleged, people with big names, you don't know how their lives are going on the outside. I always say you can talk about the prison stuff, right, with permission. A lot of my stories, I have to ask people when I go up there. I've got a few things wrong in the early days of social media when I went with hearsay. But I refuse to discuss anyone's business on the outside. I don't know how they're living their lives. You can't be putting stuff up there that could lead to, when the police get involved and the inquiries, that they could possibly use those videos and hear what you're saying about those. It all adds to evidence. You don't really want to be the cause. We don't want people to be involved in crime. We don't want these mishaps to happen on the outside. It will happen. But you don't really want to play a part in locking anyone out, mate. You can't. No, I wasn't on about Clue and Bouncer. Bouncer explained it. Justo's put it up there. And Trident are not having it. Because if you're going to mention names like that in there, they're going to think, well, anything could kick off at that venue. Because there's a lot of bad blood. Plus, you'll have people on the sidelines, you know who they are. They'll be phoning them going, yeah, when he goes down there, because, you know, they're hating because the fight was a good event for charity. A lot of people were going to benefit out of this. Like Bouncer says as well, like I said. And so all he's done really is, I know, do you know someone sent me up? I ain't going to say it. Look, I can't say it. It might sound racialist. Nah, I ain't going to say it. But look, hey, Bouncer, where's Kim? I spoke to Kim, you know, and Dembo. Ruckers. But no, you can't. You got to be weary. Justo's got the fight coming up. I think Justo wanted to turn up. I don't believe that he was going to bail out. I know that Justo could have a little go. He wouldn't beat my nephew Quincy, you know. You don't even know. But look, you can't stop. Why do they got a phone? I just put 5 times they've tried to phone me today, and I just have to cut it off. Gordon Bennett. But seriously, it's been cancelled. I'm really, really hurt. I had people coming on from Ireland, all over the place, you know. And plus, my 5 had Sally, Rachel. I got loads of other girls that were I was just gonna do the tickets for them. I know, and I was asking them, but nah, Bucky as well. But nah, I'm pissed off, man. I'm pissed off, mate. But no, it won't be going ahead. But no, I do my thing different, and journalism is journalism. But when you've been an ex-criminal, you can't be putting things up there to be like, whether when you have them beefs online, restrain think about what you're going to do. Because you remember a couple of other people, living sellouts, you know. Anyone that puts voice clips up there that you send them, no, I had to turn on one of them the other day. I'll tell you a lot soon anyway. If you're going to put voice notes up there on people, it shows that your character's pretty bad, mate. I know, no. The only reason I got involved in it is when they done it to me. But really, it's a muggy turnout, mate. When you're doing things that put people's livelihood and changing the narratives, putting things up there that are not really true to what was really said, because you're only putting up one bit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go to jail because of it, those things. But I always say, once you do things like that, it shows that basically you throw your mum under the bus if it meant that you was going to get out of trouble. Bollocks, mate. Bollocks. But no, mate, pissed off. Glad to come up this evening, right? Been training all week, you know. But Aki, what are we all doing here?